Hey guys, today we're going to set up Hyper-V on Windows 11, and yeah, so we're just going to search for it here, and it brings up this option, hey, turn features on and off in Windows. Quick way to get there. So yeah, we're going to just click on, we're going to expand these just so you see what options are available. I'm going to select them all anyways. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be installing an Ubuntu VM in just a bit. I sped this part up, and once it finishes, I reboot right here. So rebooted it, skip past the reboot because I can't record that. We go to the menu, search for Hyper-V Manager, and I'm going to launch it. Well, pin it to my start and then launch it anyways. But anyways, yeah, here's the Hyper-V Manager. So click on here, create a new device, and it gives us a few different options here. So I'm going to pick Ubuntu because that's probably one of the more common use cases. Someone just wants something simple and generic just to run Linux stuff in a VM. Now, I'm sure there are use cases for running other Linux distros, other operating systems, or Windows in a VM on top of Windows. In any case, I sped this part up a lot. So this took a while. I just sped it up by many times. And still takes a little while, even being sped up that much. Anyways, yeah, so it finished. Virtual machine is created. We still got to go through the install process. So it's going to launch the VM, or it opens a screen for it, and we have to tell it to actually turn it on. So, anyways, turning it on, connecting to it, and yeah, so it's starting up. And it's going to load us into Ubuntu any second here. There we go. Got an Ubuntu desktop, but we have to actually run the installer. So any second here, and we can see the desktop. It's coming up in just a second. Probably should have sped this part up too. And there we go. Here's the installer. So we can just select some basic stuff, going with English, go through some standard next type stuff, just selecting English, select the time zone, New York City, put in a generic username like I always do, generic computer name, and yeah, easily guessable username that I always use for everything. Pretty generic password just because this is a throwaway VM. In production, I'd really have a stronger password, and I gotta actually be able to type them correctly. And let's continue on. Now this takes a little bit. I sped this part up as well, so this took a little while to run, but yeah, in the editing the video, I just sped it up a ton, and there we go, back to normal speed. And here we are restarting the VM. After doing the install, now we get to select the size of the display. So I spent a little bit of time looking at this, but ended up just sticking with something pretty generic. I didn't want to go full screen or anything, so I just set it down there. Gave it a pretty good resolution, but not all the way up there. So I basically wanted to work with this in windowed mode anyways. And there we go. Now we get to log in with this, just log right in here with this nice display manager. Looks a little bit strange, not like a standard thing that I'm used to seeing on Ubuntu, but no big deal. And we'll be in our, there we are, there's our desktop. Now when we first log in, it asks us a few standard Ubuntu things. These are Ubuntu questions, not Hyper-V questions or anything. So yeah, just go next through most of this stuff. You can select what you want for it, but it's really not that important, especially since I'm just testing it out. One of the first things I like to do is get a terminal. So add that to favorites. So I just have it because it's just, even if though this is a temp VM for testing, I just like having it there. The terminal is pretty important to me. So check a few basic things, like the free memory, the disk space, just to see what we get with this VM. Kicking the tires type thing. Check the uptime, the load factor, the uname, all the machine and OS info, the Ubuntu release. Look at our CPU and stuff. So we got 4 of the CPU cores out of the 8 that I actually have on the physical host, allocated by default. Now, got a folder here. This is what the file manager looks like on Ubuntu. Nothing exciting. Anyways, we're going to open up a text editor here, and we're going to show you how we can copy and paste. So the clipboard is by default just like right out of the box here. This is shared between Windows and Linux. So, we can type some text here, blah, 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 whatever text we want to type, and we can just copy this text out and paste it into, Notepad++ on Windows, or whatever text editor or app you have open on Windows. So, yeah, we can paste that in there. We can paste back and we can copy and paste back and forth between them. So, copy this Hello World program that I have. Just copy the text for it into here. Not that there's anything we could do with it in there unless we install PowerShell, but no big deal. Anyways, just showing you that you can do that. So Hyper-V supports copying and pasting out of the box. That's kind of nice. And a lot of other things too. But that's about it for today. So if you found this interesting or maybe even helpful, give me a thumbs up. Might want to hit that subscribe button. We have a lot of great content coming up, doing a lot of Linux stuff, a lot of Windows stuff, even Mac OS stuff, do a lot of electronics, 3D printing, Raspberry Pis, robots, all sorts of neat, interesting stuff, networking, hardware, software, everything. So make your YouTube feed better and hit that subscribe button. Also hit the little bell icon, otherwise YouTube won't let you know when we come out with new videos. And if you know something I don't know, or you have like your own experience to share, leave a comment down below. Not just for me, but for the next person who comes along and watches this video. Great if everybody just leaves a comment, shares their thoughts and feelings. And yeah, that's about it for today. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on that next video.